Here we have a Harrelson X series trumpet that was just finished a couple weeks ago. And this one has, as you can see, a copper tinge to the bell. So it's got a red brass bell. This is the X15. And we're going to zoom in there and see. It was built March 15th. Lead pipe 2, bell 11. This horn is built with the Venturi gap receiver, and I'll show you that here in a moment. So the X series is my opportunity to try some things that I don't normally get to do in production. And the reason I do this is because I'm developing several new models. Before that, we had an H series, which was a series of prototype horns that were labeled H and a number. So you may have seen an HT17 or an HT42 or some of those things maybe on eBay or online somewhere for sale. There are a few that have been sold multiple times simply because they were experimental, they were very different, and they may not fit most players. So there are a few models out there, the HT40s mostly, that have been passed around a few times. The majority of the HT series were purchased by people like you who then kept them and have been playing them all these years. So you don't really hear those ones. But there were about 50 in that series. The X series, we're on number 15 right here. And this one is leading up to the HT6 production series. What that means is our entry-level type horn that we're developing, which takes the place of the Bravura series. So the X series is experimental. Some of the X series experiments are actually leaning towards the Muse trumpet or the flugelhorn, the Bravura flugelhorn, or some other models as well. So we test different ideas and technology in the X series. With all that said, this is X15. It's built with a round tuning slide, Saturn water keys. It has our standard lightweight solid finger buttons, our recessed top caps. This one has the 1/2-inch bottom caps that match that. The red brass bell, like I said, number 11, is just a really warm, very efficient horn or bell that projects a lot of depth in your sound. So it's not going to be the most brilliant bell. If you want to light it up, then you'll want to put a mouthpiece in there that's going to achieve those results. Our 5mm modular mouthpiece system, as you can see, fits perfect in this horn. And one of the coolest parts of this horn is it includes the Venturi gap receiver. So let me pull that apart for you. I'm wearing gloves because this horn is in raw brass, and I don't want to tarnish it before the new owner gets it. So you can see we pull the receiver off, we change this insert, and by changing that insert we can adjust flexibility, sliding, airflow, and impedance, even the tone color. So we have a standard set of 9 inserts that are included with this horn. And when you buy this horn, you get as many inserts as you need for life. And we make 450 variations. So the idea here is you can buy this horn with or without our mouthpiece. And if you choose our mouthpiece, we can guarantee we can really adjust that color as bright or as dark as you want. And we can change the projection to be very spread or focused. If you choose not to buy our mouthpiece, you can still use this system. However, you don't get the adjustability of the modular mouthpiece. So you wouldn't be able to change the backbore, the throat, the cup, shape and size, or the rim, or the body. So there are a lot of advantages to that. But you do get this system. And this does work with all trumpet mouthpieces. And we do have hundreds of customers who have retrofit their horns like a Bach, Yamaha, Schilke, or a Monette with the VGR system. So that just allows you to have that technology on any of your horns. And some of our customers even have it on all of their horns. Whether they have a Harrelson or not, they can put it on all their instruments so they can adjust the flexibility, the slotting, the airflow, and really the overall performance of the horn right here at the receiver. So this is called the Venturi gap receiver, and this X15 includes that. It is a standard drawn lead pipe, so it's not one of our high efficiency lead pipes. It's a fairly lightweight horn, It has the summit bracing on it, and overall this is a really great plain horn that would fit in all genres. It leans towards being dark. So if you look at our website in the X series, this horn, whether it's been sold or not, the listing should still be there in the X series section of the website, and it will be called dark because it was designed to be a lightweight horn that still plays dark. So let's try it. It still has brilliance, has a lot of depth and a lot of color. If I were to characterize this horn as, compared to other horns, I'm going to say it sounds almost like you're playing two really good horns at the same time because it has that much tone color. And it obviously can play in the upper register just fine. It can light up. My mouthpiece setup is not incredibly dark or bright. It's more middle of the road. If I change my mouthpiece setup, then I'm going to have more of whatever the setup would be, whether it's dark or bright, more laser beam focused or more spread. If I want to change the flexibility and slotting, I change that insert. So if I'm playing up and down just slurs, then a very small insert, one that has less gap, is going to be easier to slur through partials. And the one I have in here right now is a 342 number 6. 6 means I have 60 thousandths of gap. Because I have 60 thousandths of gap, it's very easy to slide around. It's very easy. If I put a wider insert in there, like say a number 12, then those slots will lock in harder. If you want to learn more about that system, I have several videos on YouTube and on our website, and you can see how we adjust the VGR and the mouthpiece to change the tone color. So here you have the X15, a beautiful horn, and I should also mention that our horns are engraved with our logo in a couple places, and I want to show you that on this one. So you can see right here on the valve casing, this actually was a 2018 valve casing. Let's see if it'll focus. Please focus. There it is. And then this one's also engraved on the top bracing right there. All right, so we are located in Denver, Colorado. If you're interested in trying one of our horns, this one is in stock, at least for today, and I hope you have a great Thursday.